So, here's what was just laid out on SportsCenter earlier tonight, and it caught everyone's attention. The timing, the details, everything just seemed to fall right into place around one player and the Lakers front office. The conversation centered on some newly surfaced reports that point to Rob Pelinka's forward-thinking plans, and they're definitely stirring the pot in LA. Now, before diving into the finer details, the panel made it clear the Lakers' current roster is close to being finalized. They've locked in a new big man, and the foundation of this team looks mostly set. That said, there's still one clear need on the table: a wing defender who can handle point-of-attack pressure. Even after acquiring Marcus Smart, there's still a gap there defensively. But what SportsCenter focused on tonight wasn't that role. Instead, they shifted to a veteran presence who's been quietly linked to the Lakers behind the scenes: Kevin Love. According to reporting from Jake Fisher, which was cited during the segment, Kevin Love has a clear preference in free agency. He wants to land in a marquee market. We're talking about cities like Los Angeles or New York. Fisher specifically linked him to the Lakers, and, to a lesser extent, the Knicks. Maybe the Clippers could be in that mix too. But honestly, the Lakers appear to be the more logical and appealing fit, and that raises the obvious question: does this current Lakers squad really have a place for a guy like Kevin Love? That's where things get interesting. SportsCenter emphasized that while Love wouldn't be brought in to change the team's trajectory on the floor in a major way, his value lies in the intangible, in chemistry, in leadership, and yes, in his long-standing relationship with LeBron James. They highlighted their championship run together in Cleveland, their on-court synergy, and the genuine off-court friendship between the two. That bond could matter, especially at this stage in LeBron's career. With what might be one of his final runs, having someone like Kevin Love in the locker room, even in a limited role, might mean more than people realize. The conversation also brought up how Love wouldn't be expected to contribute big minutes. If anything, he'd occupy that 15th roster spot, a role where he could be leaned on for leadership more than anything else. The point wasn't that signing him would push the Lakers over the top, but more that it could subtly improve the atmosphere and support structure around LeBron as he gears up for one more serious title chase. Then there's the contract angle. Right now, Love is in the final year of a 2-year deal worth just over $8 million. He's set to earn around $415 million this coming season. When he got traded to Utah, he even tweeted out, half-jokingly, "Never thought I'd be a math problem." Welcome to the NBA. That's the life of a salary filler in this league. If he wants out of Utah, a buyout seems far more realistic than a trade. The Lakers would absolutely prefer that route: open up a roster spot without giving anything up, and slide him in with a veteran minimum deal. And that's where the move would really make sense. LA just added Marcus Smart, they've got LeBron, they've got Luka Doncic now, and Kevin Love knows exactly what it takes to win alongside those kinds of stars. He wouldn't need to do much on the court, but he'd be a steady voice on the bench, in the huddle, and in the locker room. And that counts for a lot on a veteran-heavy team trying to make one final push. Bottom line, from SportsCenter: no, Kevin Love wouldn't be a needle mover in the classic sense, but if LeBron wants him there, and the front office can find a way to make it happen without disrupting the cap, then there's real value in making that deal happen. And from what's being reported, both sides are at least thinking about it, and SportsCenter didn't stop there. Shortly after Jake Fisher's report, another voice entered the conversation. Dan Woik, speaking on Spectrum, doubled down on the idea that Kevin Love might be headed to Los Angeles. According to him, while the Lakers' current roster looks pretty locked in, there's still room for one more move, especially if it brings in a veteran presence who can help LeBron lead in the locker room. That part is key. YK emphasized that while the team is mostly intact, what's really missing is a veteran who can amplify LeBron's voice in the room. And Kevin Love fits that mold better than just about anyone on the market right now. The report hinted that if the Lakers find a way to shed some expiring contracts, whether through trade or salary maneuvering, Love could slide in without much friction. And let's be honest, it tracks. We've seen this play out in years past. LeBron thrives when he has veterans around him who know how to navigate a title run. You think back to last season Marky F. Morris filled a similar kind of role. So while Love may not impact the floor in a major way, his value behind the scenes could be massive. Plus, there's that undeniable chemistry between the two. They've won together. They've shared playoff battle. There's mutual respect and real friendship there. That alone gives this idea some weight. Now, some might ask whether Love would consider New York instead. But from a purely basketball standpoint, the Lakers offer a much clearer path to contention. With LeBron, Luka, and a deep supporting cast, the chance to chase one more ring is real. Now let's pivot slightly to the on-court side. Statistically speaking, Kevin Love may not be the kind of player who fills up the box score like he once did, but that doesn't mean his presence is irrelevant. At this stage in his career, the expectations have understandably shifted, yet he continues to bring dependable production in specific areas. During his time in Miami last season, Love put up modest numbers, averaging around 5 points per game, but that doesn't tell the full story. He was used in a more limited role, often stepping in to provide stability, rebounding, and veteran guidance, particularly in playoff moments where experience can outweigh raw numbers. The year prior, he posted 8.8 points a night and still showed flashes of his old self, especially when his shot was falling. He also connected on 36% of his three-point attempts, a clear indicator that he remains a legitimate threat as a floor spacer. Stretch bigs who can shoot reliably from beyond the arc and rebound at a decent rate are still valuable in today's NBA, especially when they bring championship experience and leadership to the locker room. And let's not forget, it wasn't long ago that Love was a legitimate Sixth Man of the Year finalist in Cleveland, a sign that he was still making a significant impact off the bench. That kind of pedigree, paired with his basketball IQ and calm presence, is exactly what teams look for in a rotational veteran. His ability to provide front-court depth, knock down timely shots, and keep the offense flowing with smart decisions adds a layer of maturity that could quietly influence game. That kind of experience and adaptability doesn't just fade overnight, and for a playoff-hopeful team, it could make all the difference in key moments. And when you look at LA's front-court depth, the need becomes a little clearer. Rui Hachimura is playing that hybrid forward role, LeBron slides into that spot occasionally, and then you've got Ayton, Jackson Hayes, Maxi Kleber, and Jake LaRavia, who swings between small forward and small ball 4. It's decent, but not particularly deep, especially when you consider injuries or playoff adjustments. Love wouldn't be counted on for major minutes, but as a spot option with playoff experience and floor spacing, there's value there. SportsCenter also circled back to his contract. Love is entering the final year of a 2-year, $8 million deal, earning just over $4 million this season. That number isn't easy to move unless a buyout happens, and that's likely what this hinges on. As they explained, buyouts aren't finalized until the player knows where they're going next. Love won't walk away from guaranteed money unless he has clarity. And this buzz around the Lakers suggests that clarity may be forming. The panel wrapped that portion of the report by emphasizing that while this isn't a blockbuster move, it does check a few boxes: chemistry, experience, culture, and leadership, all of which could prove critical during a long post-season grind. But just as they were finishing up on Love, SportsCenter quickly shifted gears to something else bubbling under the surface: potential trade chatter involving either Austin Reeves or Rui Hachimura. Now, nothing is imminent, but there have been whispers that the front office is at least listening. It raised an important question: are the Lakers willing to move off young, controllable talent for another win-now piece? It's a quick pivot from the Love discussion, but it ties into the broader theme. The Lakers are evaluating every angle to maximize this window with LeBron and Luka. Love might be the quiet locker room addition, but if they're even entertaining bigger moves, it shows the front office is far from done. And as always, Lakers Nation is watching closely.